Good morning, this is George Waller from Strikeforce Technologies, and I'm here to talk to you about keylogging and what's happening with it today. Just a couple little facts before I actually give you a demonstration and show you a keylogger working live, and I'll show you how easy a keylogger can steal your personal information, steal from your bank, can steal your identity, as well as steal your corporate information like your login and stuff like that. So the first thing I want to just talk about is, what is a keylogger? A keylogger is a piece of software that maliciously gets onto your system, and it starts copying your keystrokes. Each and every keystroke that you type. So whether you're going onto your bank, you're typing in where your bank is, which bank you bank with, you're typing your username and password, it's copying those keystrokes. If you're going on to your corporation, you're logging in from remotely, at night, let's say to log into your company, it's grabbing your credentials for your VPN client. If you're going on and you're doing work throughout the day, it's copying everything that you type in. So if you're in your email, you're typing a Word document, it's copying all that data, and it's sending all that data to the hacker, which is remotely, and it uses your own email system to send it out there. So how do keyloggers, I get this question asked a lot, how do keyloggers actually get on my system, and why can't they be stopped? Keyloggers are this piece of software that gets downloaded very easily, and when they're designed to bypass your antivirus. Now, antivirus, we still advocate the use of antivirus. You absolutely need it on your computer today. But the newer versions of keyloggers are designed to get around that antivirus. And essentially, you can get them in a lot of different places. You can get them from just going on YouTube, watching a video that puts you out to a link. You can get it, a lot of keyloggers are distributed through social networking. That's probably one of the leading places to get it today, where you go on and someone likes a video, you go and look at that liked video, not knowing that they were already keylogged. Now you go and look at that video, and you're downloading a keylogger. You can get keyloggers downloaded in PDFs, in music files, in music videos. You can get keyloggers just by going to a legitimate website, and yes, I mean a legitimate website that was taken over by a hacker and then turned into a harbinger of malware. It happened about 2 months ago. NBC their site was hacked, and then a Citadel Trojan keylogger was put onto their website. So everyone for those couple of days that went to their website automatically got infected with a keylogger. And then the #1 way that keyloggers are distributed is through phishing attacks. We've all heard about phishing, but the phishers today have gotten so sophisticated that they basically, you can get an email, you think it's from someone within your organization, could be, you think it's from the person in the cubicle next to you. It looks like the same email URL, you click on it and bang, they got you. They download a keylogger instantly on your system. So the problem is that today you can't trust anything out there, so you got to be very vigilant when you're clicking on anything. Go to a link, go to a Facebook you have to be vigilant. You have to think about, could there be a keylogger here? And because if a keylogger gets on your system, it could really wreak some havoc and damage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you a keylogger live and show you how it can steal my information. So over here on my laptop, I'm going to show you 3 things, type of things that we do every day. So over here I have a browser. Over here I have my VPN client, because I'm going to act like I'm going to log into my company's corporate network. And up here I have one of those keyloggers that I was just talking about. And you'll notice that, here I'm just moving the keylogger now. I have 2 different antivirus programs on here. I'm not going to say who they are, but I will say that neither one of them know that this keylogger is even sitting here, and they're not giving me any indication. So here I am. I'm going to go to I want to go to my bank, and you watch the keylogger as I'm typing. So I'm going to go to my bank, which happens to be Wells Fargo. And as you can see, the keylogger now knows where I bank. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my username, and I'm going to put George. And now I'm going to come down here to my password box. And most people think that the password box on the bank is encrypted. It isn't. It's only obfuscated. It just puts asterisks to show you, to stop a shoulder surfer. But up here in the keylogger, you'll actually see what I type. So I'll use my password as password, for example. And as you can see, the keylogger was able to steal my bank's URL. It was able to steal my username and my secret password for logging in. Now I'm going to come over here to my VPN client. So I want to log into my company, and the crown jewels are right there, that password field. So again, I'm going to use the word password. And as you can see, the keylogger was able to steal my credentials for logging into my corporate office. And obviously, that is how the majority of these breaches are over the last 3 to 5 years. Keyloggers, phishing attacks are going against the employees, and not knowingly, an employee has opened up what looks like a legitimate email. They're downloading a file, or they're being directed to a link, which then downloads a keylogger. And once that gets on the system, that company is now able to be breached because those credentials are able to be stolen by the keylogger and sent off to the hacker. So I hope that this gives a little bit of education into the dangers of keyloggers and why we need to be so vigilant in anything that we think about clicking on and scrolling through on the internet. Appreciate the time.